Hey guys, welcome back to Tethan Props. Today I'm going to show you how I went about making Legolas's lightsaber. So this one is an original design. It's based off his fighting knives that he has in Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit movies. It has a rechargeable USB battery in there and a really nice green LED light. The lightsaber friction fits into the end there. Really nice. So I took that design and built on it a little bit more with the emitter here and also this handle section. So really happy with how that's turned out. So to start off, I had to get 3D model. So I came up with this model myself. It took a lot of 3D modeling, but in the end came up with a really good design. I then printed it out on my resin 3D printers. So this was done in 2 large pieces. When you pull them off the resin printer, you have to do a little bit of cleanup after. So you pull them off the build plate. Just be careful not to scratch the build plate or damage the prints, but get them off the build plate. Then you need to give them a quick wipe down with a paper towel, and then you clean them in isopropyl alcohol. After you've cleaned off all the supports, you've then got to cure it with a bit of UV light. I've sanded off all the supports, so how this connects together is just like that. So the way I designed it was there's cutouts in either side, so they'll go together just like that. I've got a couple extra pieces I need. I've got a coupler that'll go into the top for the lightsaber blade, one that'll go into the bottom, and then some PVC. So first thing I need to do is glue this top one into there. I'm just going to be using super glue. This will be a really quick build. There's not too many pieces, which is good, but it'll all come together really nicely. So plenty of super glue. And then we're just going to slot it in, just like that. The next piece will be the coupler that goes in the bottom here. I'm going to have to cut this down slightly, so I might have to just cut it down just a fraction off the end there, but I'll go do that now. So I've got that cut, time to just glue it in. Like that. The last thing that I need is this slotted up in the middle there and a hole cut out for where the battery is going to go. Now I've got to go drill that hole and then I can glue this all together. Alright, got my hole drilled. That's going to line up perfectly there. But now I'm up to the hardest part of the whole thing, gluing this in the correct place. A lot of glue down the bottom, and what I'm going to do is just line it up and then just press it down. Alrighty, here we go. Whoa, close. So that's already stuck in place, which means I can't move that. It's a little bit to the side, so what I'm going to do is just cut that out and that'll work fine. There we go. Perfect. Holds together nicely. Awesome. All right. I think it's time to start painting this. What I'm going to do is I have to block off the top here. I'll separate it in 2 to paint it, and I'll put down a layer of grey primer to start with. I've got the grey primer down on all the parts, looking really good. So now it's time to go with my cream coloured spray paint. I'm just going to spray paint the whole lightsaber that colour, and then I'm going to go back and paint the extra parts gold. So let's go put the next layer of spray paint down. So I've got my cream or ivory paint down. It's looking really good, fully dry. So now I need to start painting the gold. So I'm going to have the center gold, the top, the emitter, as well as this semi pommel on the end here gold. So what I'm going to do is tape those off and then just start painting them gold. Alrighty, so the paint has dried on this. This is looking great. Now it's time to go and do the inlays in gold. So I've got my Tamiya gold leaf here. That'll work just fine. So I'm just going to go with my precision paintbrush and just paint them all in. One side done, now time to do the other side. It's time to start weathering Legolas's lightsaber. So I've just got my black paint here. Just need a touch of that. I'll water it down. And what I'm going to do is just put it in all the nooks and crannies, and then wipe off any excess with a lot of paper towel. So you simply just put it on over everywhere, and then wipe it all off. So ready to start installing the electronics. So for these lightsabers, I have these 200 lumen torches. They're really good, they're really bright. They've got a lens in them, the button, rechargeable battery, so it's everything that I need. So what I do is I just cut these up and pull out the parts that I need. So the parts I've got are a spacer, the light source, green because I've decided to make it a green lightsaber, the lens, as well as the button. So all these parts together will go into this quite nicely. First thing I need to do is start putting it all together. So I use tape for these parts because I don't want this to be a permanent job, just in case something needs to be pulled apart. Having it all taped together rather than glued together just works a lot better. So the way we do it is the light, the lens, the two green filters. I'll put a layer of clear over the top, and this just holds it all together. Push it down, just like that. And now, just tape it up nicely. Alrighty, so now I just need to add in little bits of tape at a time, so it's a nice snug fit. Enough so that it won't slide around, but also not too much that it's impossible to get in and get out later. Alrighty, so now we've just got to slide it up. There we go. So now the button will just slot in place with the help of tweezers. And there we go. We have our green lightsaber. Let's put this together, grab a lightsaber blade, and see how it looks. Apologies for the sound quality, that might not have been the best, but here we go. Lightsaber blade, friction fits in. There we go. Look at that. Perfect. And there it is, guys. That is Legolas's lightsaber. So it's got a really bright, nice green light there. Put a blade plug in the end, but that's just removable for the lightsaber blade. So I've got a lightsaber blade here that I cut down to 60 centimeters because these are his fighting knives, so they really should be a bit shorter than a normal lightsaber. There we go, look at that. Nice green color. So there we have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this build, and I'll see you on the next Lord of the Rings lightsaber crossover. See you later.